Welcome back to the Fish Barn live stream. I want to welcome you guys all here. So apparently the trolls abound tonight. So definitely kind of exciting, I guess. So anyway, let's adjust the camera. And oh, is that better, Candy? So let me see what's going on with the Zen Ginger. So let's see. Let's go ahead and see who's all here. So Dr. Black was here. Don Gallagher, Bob. Hey Bob, how's it going? Fishroom Fever, Dan Slee, Joe Coffey, GRB Aquatics, Fishroom Fever, Shelby Ray Lane, HC Aqua, Jennifer A. Shepard, River Life, Candy, Valley Fish, Kaler, tater salad. So thank you guys all for coming. Thank you guys who all came from the Multi-Tank Addiction stream. So if I missed you, definitely got well. Wow, they're coming fast and furious tonight. So anyway, so Ken's here. So definitely quite a few trolls over here. So we have a message for the trolls already. It's kind of interesting, once you see the trolls coming. So we got Harson's Island blog, which might be my boss. Very well could be. So Tom, if that's you, thank you for coming by. So we have a message for the trolls. So this is what happens when you have time to prepare and you know they're coming. So that being said, he gone. So he's been gone a couple times now. So thank you, Candy, for taking care of that. So hey, Aquatic Nest, how's it going? So this is what happens when you know they're coming. So anyways, let's go ahead here and get on with the announcements and such. So the Motor City Aquarium Society Fall Auction is November 9th, which will be this Saturday, 9 a.m. till whenever it's over. So definitely, head on over there if you are so inclined and are in the Metro Detroit area. Next thing we have here is the Ohio Cichlid Association Extravaganza, which is going to be November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And that will be in Strongsville, Ohio. So welcome to everyone else who's joining here. So looks like the troll thing has subsided for the moment. So which is good. We don't need that, hanging around here. I'm sure they'll be back for Dr. Black from Australia here coming up in the 10 o'clock hour. But that being said, let's go ahead and go back to the other scene for a moment here. Now, those goldfish were actually from Germany. They were at a store called Kolitzo, which is very similar to Petco. There was a video back this summer with a tour of the store. Oh, here we go again. So maybe we just do this the whole night. There, he gone again. So we can do this all night. I mean, I'm sure Eton will be back again in another name, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. So let's go back over here now. So anyway, we will. Hey Scott, how's it going? I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome. So now I did get some of the things together here in the fish tank barn, so I can show you most of the fish that I did pick up. So definitely give it 27 seconds. Do I make any of the snowflake clownfish? No. I've had them. I think I have some in the room right now. So definitely thank you for coming by, Scott. Hey, IFG, how's it going? So anyway, so we got back, from the auction. We talked about the auction last week. I already did get my check, actually, so I do want to give a shout out to the Grand Valley Aquarium Club. They processed all that pretty quickly. I'm about 2.5 hours away or so, so even with the mail, I got my check Thursday. So shout out to those guys. They were definitely on the ball in terms of getting everything out. So, at Eaton, don't forget to smash the like button. That's pretty good. So let's go ahead here. Kind of walk around. I can show you the fish I got. I got them all out of the buckets and other containers and everything else. So one other thing, just saying before we head on to the other camera. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates here. We are live streaming every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And also we are doing, what do I want to say? I'm just going to laugh. Yeah, so actually, if someone can... I got losing my train of thought here, sorry. So if someone can post out both the GoFundMes for Candy and Pam, they both need our assistance right now, so if you can go ahead and do that, definitely go ahead and post that out. Candy, if you can't do that, let me go ahead here and definitely post both of those. And Scott, King and Queen Cichlids is nowhere to be found at the moment, so that's okay. Fish in barns, yep, just fish. So let's go ahead here, and I'm going to put the camera, we'll walk around a little bit, and I'll show you the fish that I picked up at the auction. Actually, I need to make another mod. So, alright, Pam. Alright, Pam, can you add Candy's GoFundMe, please? Thanks. I just made you a mod. So, let's go ahead here, take a walk around for a moment, and go ahead and check out what's going on here. So let me get everything set up. So we will go to... Oh, okay. Shallow. Got the phone cam going. Alright, before we get going, let's go ahead and do an audio check. So let's get an audio check. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm getting audio here, so definitely think we're okay. So let's go ahead and kind of get a little bit of a walk around I will show you some of the stuff that's I didn't get as well. Also, everybody wish Turbofish a happy birthday. It is his birthday today, so we got everything set up this time. We got video, we've got audio, and we are gonna be good to go here. So some of these that you've seen already. We've been in a bit of construction mode here, so the tanks aren't pretty or anything, but you'll get the picture. So I showed you last week the Kenya Golds, so we're not going to show you those guys again. So just these guys I didn't get at the auction, but these are the spawning pair of angelfish, and I actually think they have eggs up here. Yep, looks like they have some eggs up there, so doing well there. You guys have seen these guys before. They're not out front right now anyway, but those are the oh boy, what are those? The Jardinus metallicus, and we're gonna go over here first. All right, so this I set up over the weekend. This is a 40-gallon breeder that I've had, and I just haven't had it set up in a while. But this has some Montezuma swordtails in it, which right now, of course, are not coming out. But there's a bunch of fry in here of those, so we'll get those. We'll check those guys on the way back. We'll show you some of the Gadiids. We do have some breeding ponds here. They're just totes with various fish in them. There's mostly live bears in there. You guys saw this guy last week, the Gourami. And then we did add a bunch of these guys, these barred split fin Gadiids. I still have a bunch of plants I've got to put away and everything. But we do have these guys. We got some pretty nice sized ones too. The other ones I had were pretty small. But these guys get pretty big. They're pretty cool actually. The next, these are some jeweled Gadiids going over here, and they're all hiding in the corners right now. I need to get some aquascaping in here. These are another Gadiid, sorry. The Antonio, we're going to show you the name. I can't say that one. I haven't practiced that one, yes. Antinobis toweri. It's the blue-tailed Gadiid. There's a gentleman around here who breeds a lot of Gadiids. Over here behind the algae, there are some Variatus platies. We got some of them right here. So that's the blue-tailed Gadiid. There's a pair of those. So if I can find some more of those at some point, I will pick those up. So like I said, we've been doing a lot of construction around here in the barn lately. So this is all new. This 40 breeder got a 55 on top. There's nothing in the 55 yet. Going down here, just to show you guys, this is the cichlid tank. Mostly yellow labs, purple ACI. We've got an OB in here. There's like a cobalt blue on the other side. I know the tank's dirty. I got these mollies over here. You guys saw these last week. They're gold sailfin mollies. Let's head upstairs. So like I said, this is still kind of a construction zone, but we're getting there. So some more interesting things up here. I meant to pull that out. So also what I did pick up at the auction are these 4 angelfish. These will probably be going to the Motor City auction. And then also in here are some Xiphophorus calmani, which are wild type swordtail. If you see his sword on here, it's pretty long. So I'll let you guys check that guy out for a minute. And then heading over this way, if you can see the orange fish in the back, those are something called a comet platy. Along in here we have the turquoise guppies that we've always had in here. And then also there are some shell dweller fry in here. I didn't think I had any, but see if we can capture one of them. And they're actually growing up pretty quick. So I missed a shell, and so next thing I know, there's a bunch of little shell dwellers floating around in here. So I didn't think those were breeding, but they are. All right, heading over to the next tank here. We've got a bunch of convict cichlids here. We got a pair of them here. And then we got another pair here. I like this pair better, the second pair. And then you guys have seen those tanks. Just to show anyone who's new, over here we do have some Amica Splendens. We've got, I know these tanks are dirty. We've been working on projects and stuff. So these are some Pundamilia Nairii. We've got the next 75 over are some Santa Maria Endlers. And then I'll head over here so you guys can see them. I got some better light on here, but this is a breeding colony of Zebra obliquitans. So, now, I did move. Let's talk a little bit of this project here. I did build a rack this weekend as well. There's 3 4 tank about 5 feet over. Basically slid them back on the roof a little bit. So we've got 9 tanks here that are freshwater. I did relocate. What was it? It was a fair to the downstairs, and then moved potatoes over here, and I had my towel. But look at the lines for the fish are in these group tanks. So some of them might be very difficult to see because they're little micro live bears. So you can see a little dot moving here. This one is called a Phylactes tico, also known as the Dwarf Merry Widow live bear. Heading over to the next tank, these are some of my favorites actually. These are called a black-finned flasher. The species name on this is Priapictes or Priapictes nigrostralis. So if you can see, they got kind of an interesting little eye spot, almost like a lamp-eye killifish. But they are a live bear. So let me see if I can get the male. He's floating around here. He's right in front of us right here. So he has like a big black gonopodium, which I guess is why he's called the black-finned flasher. So where is he at? There he is right there. That's the male. And we'll try to get him in focus here with the cell phone. But, see, yeah, he's starting to cooperate. It's a little bit of glare too. But, let me see if that works at all. Nope. And the next one over here, and we're not going to see, it's not up at the front right now, it's towards the back. But it's a something called a porthole live bearer. This is a Poeciloopsis gracilis. And then heading back down here, we have some more of the Calmani swordtails. The reason those are not with the other fish, these ones actually have a location. So these are from Cata-Made, Mexico. So I decided to actually leave these guys in a separate tank because the other fish didn't have a location. So that's something that's kind of important, to keep the location correct if you can. The next fish over here are some Orezius ware, which are the rice fish. And then this one, I'm going to butcher the name on it, and they're not out again. But and I'll pull a picture up when we get back downstairs. But it is called a, it's basically almost like a firemouth. But you can see them darting around in the back. It's like a Therichthes maculopinnis is what it's called. So, all right, so let's head back to the rest of the fish room here. The other one I really want to show you guys right now. This fish is pretty cool. This is called a Micropicilia picta, which is sometimes known as the swamp guppy. That's the male. And I still got to do some work on planting all these tanks up and everything. Let me find the female. She's a little bit more elusive in here. And she knows I'm poking around looking for her too. So definitely a lot more work to do here. Nothing else has really changed. For those of you guys who haven't seen it, we'll head back here. We basically have a bunch of more live bears back here. We've got some Micropicilia pare here, which are the blue melanzona guppies, and they're hiding as usual. There's a ton of plants in here now too. So where'd they go? We'll find those guys later. All right, there's one up top right there. All right, there's a female sitting right there. See if we can find a male. They're kind of hard to find actually. And then the plant-wise in here, we do have something. It's called Pogastem Gai. I actually got that from Lucas Bretz. And then we have the yellow melanzona guppies in here, along with the Panther Danios. So you can see the Panther Danios there. We did pick up some more of these Cuban Limias at the auction as well. And then this tank has something, again, we're not going to see it just because it's so low, but it's Xenophallus umbralis, which is a something called the Golden Teddy. So we'll get those, we'll get that so you guys can see it for the next couple streams. So still under construction. We're going to build some small breeding tanks. So I had a lot, 3 of the fish like in here, but we're going to make these as grow out tanks because I really do need to get the, let me show you these guys, show you where they're at. So these are some Pundamilia Nairi fry right here. Got a really nice big group of them. So those are probably going to go in one of the empty 10 gallons over here. So see what else I want to show you guys. These are the Cobra Endlers. So we got a bunch of fry here as well. Let's see if I can get this light a little bit better so you guys can see. Yeah, this camera's doing very good today. So, all right, we'll have to get at some point get a better walking around camera. So, just kind of letting you guys know, we got winterized in here. I actually am running the fan of the air conditioner just to get some air moving up there. So back downstairs, we'll that's the discus tank. Wow. Let's see what we got here. Let's get everything set back up. All right, Tom, have a good night. All right, so let me see what we got. All right, guys, got audio and everything. So you guys should be good now. So apparently we've got more troll action while I was gone. Wow. Let me catch back up with the chat now. Wow. Yeah, we've got Willie. Man, wow. We've definitely got quite a big troll action tonight. Did any audio work out okay? Did you guys lose video at some point? So Tom was here. They gotta watch something. Dr. Black, that's funny. Just so you guys know, Harson's Island's actually my senior manager at work. So we've got to behave now. We're being watched, but that's okay. So it got choppy upstairs. Okay, sorry about that. I'll see if there's anything I can do about that. Might not be able to, unless I get something with a cord. But oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, somebody's kind of been drinking or something. But see what time we got. It's for 9:25. Dr. Black is back. He's gonna be back at 10 o'clock. So definitely been an interesting night already. Let's go ahead and get to the Facebook post of the week. So Ethan Utter is saying that I better bring my money. Um, so yeah, so Ethan, actually I kind of blew it out on the other one, so I'm kind of good for now. Yeah, it looks like the camera did sort of freeze up. I'll have to figure that out. So, hey, Friday Fish Facts, how's it going? So let's hit the post of the week here. All right, so the first one, kind of in the spirit of Halloween, wanted to hit up here the, pretty cool looking costume. This was on, I think, Instagram from Reef to Reef, but got the an enemy, so definitely like that. Next one we've got. I do want to do at some point a more of a aquarium arc sort of live stream. So this was on Reef to Rainforest, but definitely you've seen quite a few Gadiads in this fish room. There's actually quite a few Gadiads floating around Michigan as well. So there's um, Pat Hartman, who's towards the west side of the state, who's been involved with the ALA for quite a long time. So I want to read this article for sure, but they're doing a lot of good work with the Gadiad working group and getting the Gadiads back in store. So let's go ahead now and get to the next post of the week. And I thought this was good. So I actually was almost going to print this up and put it on my desk at work, but I didn't. So this is looking at an aquarium for 10 minutes delivers significant health benefits, such as improving people's moods, reduced heart rates, and blood pressure. So definitely a pretty interesting thing there. And I've seen this floating around before, people talking about the effects of aquariums. So definitely something that's pretty cool. Do I talk to my fish? Not usually. But on occasion, maybe. Not enough minutes in the day to drop Pam's blood pressure. Um, yeah, that's the problem with bringing a. We can talk about that for a minute. Yeah, that's one of the things with bringing a tank to work. It's really kind of hard to, I don't know, say get it taken care of. like especially like on holidays. You know, you got to go into work, bring water, feed the fish. We get between Christmas and New Year's off, so it's always difficult to get everything settled. And you know, I'd have to go into work every day to feed the fish. So definitely something that's difficult at work. But if you work at home like Candy does, you know, you can have that. I do get to work from home a fair amount, so definitely I do work in here. It's kind of nice. I can just literally plop my work computer down at the desk, work away in here. Nothing to really bother me or anything, so definitely pretty cool. So Shelby talks to a bunch of things, looks like. Let me see. See if I missed any. Do you guys have any questions about the fish barn as well? So, anything you guys want to see? Um, yeah, I might cuss at work on occasion. Hey, Lumpy Dog, how's it going? But try not to. But occasionally, you know, a f bomb or whatever can come out. So, yeah, so if you work at your LFS, yeah, you've got tanks everywhere. Fish Room Fever. Right now, square footage wise, this is a 2.5. It's not 2.5 car garage. That's the garage that's up in the front. This is a 1.5 car garage with a second story. So it is 20 feet long, 14 feet wide. The bottom floor, the top floor, obviously it's still going to be the same width, but it's got kind of a weird roof to it. So that's about, let's do some math. So that's 280 square feet. So probably about 500 total, we'll call it, between the upstairs and downstairs. So, speaking of, since my boss was on, he actually did purchase a Fish Barn T-shirt. So, I'm gonna put the Teespring link. I know Candy put it in the beginning, but I'll go ahead and put that in there. Because hey Vanovsky Tanks, how's it going? Hey Caleb, how you doing? So that's the Fish Barn store. No pressure at all. If you take a look and if you're interested, go ahead and pick something up. I'll stay up for a second, but this is one of the shirts you can get. There's some other shirts as well. Have a good drive home, HC Aqua. Thank you for coming by. Hope you enjoy lurker mode. So. Anything else you guys want to see? They make automatic fish feeders that can feed about 5 to 7 6-inch fish that I use when I'm on vacation. Nope, Lumpy Dog, I work in purchasing, so definitely check out Pam's calendar as well. Actually, do want to take you guys through some other things I do here to manage the fish room. So I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I'll flip this over here a little bit. So, alright. So hopefully you guys can see this. So what I do basically to keep the fish all straight in here, because there's quite a few of them. And let me slide this over a little bit so I can see it. Alright. So, go to the top. So what I do here is I actually keep track of all of the fish I have in here. And where I got them from. So I've got the, for example, Limia Tridens. I got it August 2019 at the GVAC auction. So I use this to track a lot of or all of the fish that I get in the fish barn. Kind of keep a, I keep the location if I have it. So, and then got the Skiffy Lurme, Gold Dust Mollies, Dwarf Mary Widow. So got Euchromis. So this is one of the things I use. I know it's Excel, but I actually make labels out of these. Just to go ahead, I make the label, go ahead and stick it on the tank. And then I also use this when I'm doing like the Breeders Award Program stuff. And also, like when I'm doing the auctions. So, we're going to save that. And we'll head back to the other screen here. So thank you, Ron. Definitely hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And let me pull up a couple of the fish that we saw earlier, just to show you what the adults will look like. I know some of them were juveniles, so I'm gonna pull those up real quick. And then, hey, Pet Sodex, how's it going? So Ethan, why are you gonna get so much hate on Saturday? Did you Are you bringing like a bunch of convicts or what's going on? So let me go ahead and share the screen here real quick. So this is what what the Thoricles maculopennis turns into. Definitely pretty cool looking fish. Okay. Raising people for no reason. Yeah, and the fish are already starting to show some of the spots on it. Even though, I mean, they're little tiny juveniles. But yeah, so it's like a firemouth, but looks a little bit better. So... And then let's look up, since we're here, the Mary Widow live bearer. Yeah, I had a. Hold on. We messed up here. Hold on. There we go. So that's the Mary Widow. Let's see if the dwarf one's different. Yeah. So this is the Phalictes Tico right here. All right. So it looks like there's more than one. Thanks, River Life. Appreciate it. Definitely, Dr. Black is coming up next at 10 p.m. But, yeah, here's the Swamp Guppy, which is the other one that we were talking about, the Micropicilia picta. Apparently that one likes a little bit of brackish water, which is not a problem here. We can definitely do that. So, and then let's take a look at the. Now the funny thing is, I cannot find anything on the blackfin flasher at all. Like, that fish must be like extremely rare. So, yeah, so that's what we got. We got a whole bunch of rare live bearers. And then we'll look up the porthole one too, which I forgot to look up. That one might be a little more common. Yeah, so this is the porthole live bearer right here. You can see the holes on it. You know, pretty cool looking little fish though. So definitely quite a few interesting rare live bearers. Seems the west side of Michigan is the place to go. And I think Chicago as well. You can get quite a few pretty rare looking live bears. So definitely gonna keep hitting that up. Just to kind of follow up a little bit on the auction talk from last week as well. Actually, I didn't get any comments on it. I was kind of surprised. I thought people would be a little more upset, but I tried to keep it pretty factual. So I hope that that continues to be the case. I am gonna sit Saturday and write down all of the any fish that sells over $20, and I'll actually might report next week on what I find out. I'm gonna be running and stuff too, so I'm not sure if I'm able to completely do that, but we'll see how that goes. So, just a quick thank you to my mods, Pam and Candy, tonight for definitely helping out with all the issues that came up. But, try to keep it clean around here. Generally pretty quiet, but on occasion, we get the occasional, I don't know, vagrant, I guess we'll call it that. So, you guys picked up any new fish? So Terry is, I saw that name floating around when I was, yeah, see what Pat had it as is, Praia Prichthies. So maybe they've changed the name around. I'll check that other name too. So definitely, I know the lighting might be a little bit off tonight. I've been moving stuff around and everything else, so we're gonna keep playing around with the lights and everything in here. But Caleb got the filming set, so River Life got some Scarlet Batis. Definitely on the list. Some point maybe I'll check those out. I know I put in for them when Dan was raffling them off, but yeah, at some point I do need to work a little bit on the microphone and lighting and stuff. But for now, this worked pretty well. Maybe upgrade the live stream camera at some point. Terry got a couple clownfish. What kind did you get, Terry? Got the hammer coral. Just I'll pull that up so you guys know what that is. For those of you who may not know, but it's in the Euphyllia family. It's actually one of my favorites. I like a lot of the Euphyllias. So, Zen Ginger got just some Ocellaris. Way to go, Caleb, is WTG. Hey, Jess, how's it going? So let's go ahead and do the screen share again. So these are hammer corals right here. So, and then they've got the little hammer right here. And then this one actually isn't, I don't think. I think this one's a torch, actually. So, like the Euphyllia family, just so you guys know, there's hammers, there's torches, and there's frog spawn. So, so I'm sorry about the goldfish Zen Ginger. Definitely sorry to hear that. Always sucks losing fish. But these are the hammer corals. So, you can get, apparently you can get dying ones as well. Lovely. So, not sure what video I'm going to come out with yet on Sunday. But been playing around with a couple different ideas. I've kind of half done a review on the Aquarium Co-op auto feeder, and then also been playing around with. Did film the auction that I went to a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna film some of this one, and maybe we'll do like the auction unboxing, even though you guys have already seen the fish. So maybe we'll do a little bit of that too. Not sure yet. But definitely a lot of work to be done here in the barn as well. Not final, but we're kind of needing to get the barn to kind of a final spot. So we're getting, and I need to do some work on the saltwater stuff too. I've kind of letting that go, and really shouldn't be. So I will take you guys through that at some point as well. So we are at got 15 minutes to go. So we've got anything else you guys want to see? It is starting to get winter here in the barn, so definitely getting colder outside. It's getting into the 30s at night, so yeah. My daughter had something bug a couple weeks or last week. I think I'm getting a little bit of it. Been kind of fighting it a little bit. Been a little tired, so if it's a little choppy tonight on the live stream, definitely apologize. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. They may have came to you sick. A lot of times, if you get fish in. I know KZ Tropicals did a video. I'm sure Zen, sorry, that you did everything correctly, but they did talk about today about quarantine. Definitely something that's bitten me in the butt before. You get excited, you get the new fish in, and you don't want to, you don't want to quarantine it, but at the end of it, you really have to. Especially like when you start getting into the saltwater tanks, like the reef tanks, like it's literally a disaster. Like especially if you're running a big reef tank and you get ick or something in it, and you need to treat it with copper or something. Like you need to pull all the corals out or catch all the fish. And saltwater fish are, in my opinion, exponentially more difficult to catch. Just kind of because of their makeup. Like they're made to like when danger comes to like dart into the rocks. So you literally have to remove all the rocks in order to get to the fish. Good night, Don Gallagher. Definitely thank you for coming by. Yeah, that's another thing too. Is it's I will have to admit that the at the Grand Rapids auction, I did get a little bit wild. So definitely, we're gonna tone it down for the next one for sure, and tone it down for the OCA as well. Because honestly, we're getting close to being at capacity here right now. So I'll have to go through and. I wish I knew what happened. Not sure if I should burn the tank down. Or if, honestly, Zen, what I would do with that tank, what I would do with that tank, Zen, is literally take all the substrate out, take all the rocks out, take all sand, whatever, and actually bleach that tank down. Um, fill it back up, use dechlorinator, make sure there's no more bleach left in it, and then, like Rob's saying, just sterilize it. That way you're done with it, and should be good to go from there. And then I would actually like maybe change out the substrate. If you have any plants, put them in a quarantine tank. Excuse me. Um, but yeah, that's what I would do with it. I wouldn't waste a tank. Uh, what do you do with the driftwood? You could probably. Let me think about the driftwood. Almost, you could even almost bleach the, boil it. Yeah, boil it, or I almost think you could bleach the driftwood too. I don't think it would. Well, maybe not though, because it would hold in. It may absorb some of the bleach. So maybe boil it. Let me think about that one. That's a good question. See, if you knew what caused it, you could just treat the driftwood with whatever, in a bucket or whatever, depending how big it is, obviously. But I kind of with Rob Bull, just boil the crap out of it, because heat will kill almost anything in there. Yeah, so thanks, Terry. I may look at the other name just because yeah, like literally, it's funny. Like we'll pull it up now on the species name. Come on, let me copy. So let's do this. These. So let me go ahead here. I'm going to do the screen share for a minute. And see, there's like literally nothing comes up on this fish. Watch. Like literally, there's like this one is like nothing, which is pretty funny. Priaphrixes nigroventralis. Let's try this. So it's funny, like you don't get blackfin. So like so I did blackfin live bear. Like nothing, like you get swordtails and guppies and everything else. So if you do blackfin flasher, you get actually flasher wrasses, which is pretty funny. And you get lures. So it's pretty funny. Like this fish literally like nothing on it at all. Yeah, no, it's funny. I'll have to look on Fishbase too. Like the one search I did do, I did find like it was like Fishbase and like nothing else. I actually did think of something, Zen, for your tank or your wood. Actually, just you could use salt too. You could put a whole bunch of salt in it. That might do it too. You could do. I think it'd be the opposite of osmotic shock. So. Okay. Yeah, I'll search that name, Terry, in a little bit. But yeah, thanks for that. Like I was thinking of, maybe it has a different name or something. But yeah, maybe try the salt. That's the one too. Let's see, Bob. Cool, nice pickup on the wood, Bob. Yeah, I'll see what else I can find on that fish for next week. Salt saturation. Yeah, you could freeze it too. All right, got it's 9:54. Um, I guess Zen. What is it? A reputable company, and they just had a bad order, or is it? Uh, Kind of depends on the on where you're getting them from. If it was like an Aquabids, someone you don't know, like Goldfish Dude. Yeah, go ahead, Bob. Go ahead and ask away. Go ahead, Bob. You can go ahead and ask if you want. It's no big deal. Michael Dine means then they shipped them overnight with no. So it's probably the lag. I kind of hate the lag, but let's see. Well, hopefully Bob is typing his question. Um, the signature stance has become you pointing. Does it mean something special? Um, Actually, it just kind of came about because I take terrible pictures. Honestly, it was like I need to come up with something, and it kind of came from like Uncle Sam kind of thing, I guess. Either the this or the one finger, kind of just came from like I needed to come up with something, and that's kind of what came up. So, with one of those things that um, you know just kind of happened actually. We got the glare in the back. We'll have to figure that out at some point. There's really no meaning to it. It's more of a we need you kind of thing. But I'll have to check out that vid then. I must have missed the point from Scott. But definitely again hit up the GoFundmes for Candy and Pam. Yeah, I was kind of like, what are you gonna ask me, Bob? I'm kind of like, you never know. But no, that's perfectly fine. The point was more of a something you came up with. They won't refund the price. I tried the fish for only $50 before, um, so so Zen, I guess I would just depends on how bad you want them. Then I guess Link versus Wit. Boy, oh boy. All right, it's getting to be 9:58, so go ahead and if you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Ding the notification bell if you are not subscribed already. But that being said, check out Dr. Black at the top of the hour here. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. So thank you guys for coming by. Actually, I think we did hit a record tonight. I did see 43 on at one point, so I think that is a record. Hit up the Teespring store as well. So we got to do a hashtag for Dr. Black. Let me think. All right. Hashtag he gone. Um, that may have been trolls as well at some point, but I think the troll was in and out because they were getting banned. But thank you for coming by, Jennifer Shepard. Get a good night. Have a good night, Scott. Appreciate you guys coming by if it's your first time here. We'll do the hashtag he gone. So maybe we'll save that for next week, Bob. So have a good night. If you're in Detroit, go ahead and hit up the auction on Saturday. That being said, stay fishy, keep on breeding, and we will catch you